So let us take a few minutes now to work with our own energy field and the energies which we're able to bring into our circle. So let us begin with ourselves. Remember the importance of the breath, not to change the breath, but to simply know that we breathe, to have some self-awareness through the breath as we breathe in the light of spirit and come ever more deeply into one's own beingness. So gradually we move inwards into the inner planes, another reality from the outside world, as we focus inwards and as we relax the body and breathe. So the inner planes begin to open for us. A different dimension, a different reality. We begin to experience ourselves in a very different way. And once again we can returning to knowing ourselves as a being of light. So let us ask now, from above, that the light of our I Am presence, the light of my soul, the light of my higher self, descend through my crown into my being and into my high heart. And the light within builds. I opened the flow of the divine. And my experience of myself becomes that of a being of light, experiencing a physical realm. And I bring my energy down into my pelvic area. I focus my energy there, connected above, but also anchored in the physical. And from here, I can take my energy down into the core of Gaia. As we feel her energy, we immediately feel love within. The crystalline consciousness connects to us, Gaia's heart and soul. And as we allow those energies to rise upwards into our being and our aura, we feel the pulse of Gaia and our connection to her in spirit. And as you allow yourselves to come into oneness with her and with her crystalline consciousness, the crystals, the planet, all is activating into higher light, an ascension process. As you breathe, as you allow Gaia into your aura, you come into resonance with her. As your pulse matches hers, as your heartbeat matches hers, and her huge life force moves into your central column. So we let go, we release all need to do to be in control, and we simply allow. There's nothing for me to do here, simply to surrender. Surrendering to the light of spirit, surrendering to the divine. With the embrace of the feminine energy of the Divine Mother from Gaia, my ego self can begin to relax. For within this great love of the Mother, there is no judgment, no criticism. Only love, compassion, and comfort. So my true self, opening from within my high heart, my own divine self, brings its love and compassion to my human self. And all becomes calm and peaceful. And the connection to the higher dimensions opens more and more as my experience of the higher dimensions and my higher dimensional selves becomes ever stronger. I feel that my crown is opening ever wider, and in my place of surrender, there's nothing to block, nothing to resist the downward flow from above. And I become aware that energy rises from Gaia, descends from my higher self, and flows through me. As I simply allow myself to be with what is, without interfering. Within me is a state of bliss. All comes into balance and harmony. for the divine is in charge. A shift in consciousness takes place from the ego mind to the divine self. From way above is my oversoul, and the light from my oversoul descends, making its connection to me through my crown and my third eye. And from within my high heart chakra, the light of soul emerges. Simply allow the light to be, to grow, to expand. Ensure the body is fully relaxed, that the intensity of the great light that you are may be able to expand within the body. And allow your consciousness to expand both upwards and outwards, encompassing ever more of who you are as you expand beyond the earth plane into the galaxy. And experience yourself within the galaxy, on the sea of galactic consciousness. And you are everywhere throughout the galaxy. Your consciousness is part of the galactic consciousness. And you keep returning to the bliss within, and allow yourselves to rest in bliss. You have moved far beyond the limited 3D plane, as more and more of your higher aspects come into your energy field. Your light continues to grow, to expand, and your consciousness becomes greater and greater, expanding so much that it encompasses all through all dimensions. and you simply rest. You rest in the sea of consciousness, in the I am presence. And you allow the light of soul to move through your heart chakra as the activation begins from behind your back. And your soul light continues to move through the high heart, ever expanding, ever opening. And you become aware that Jesus Sananda is with you, that He is standing behind you. As through His hand He directs into your high heart the magnificent Christ energy which He holds for us from the central sun, as He fills us with His golden light. His beautiful, magnificent energy of pure, unconditional love and acceptance of all that is. Allow yourselves to surrender to the light of Christ, that it may become embodied within your third dimensional self. And the light continues to expand within the light of higher consciousness, where all is love, all is peace, all is beauty, and free from judgment. For the soul, the oversoul, simply observes with neutrality all that takes place within the lower realms. And you continue to be lifted ever higher. And the intensity of the energy continues. And as you come into acceptance of all that is, simply to be with all that is, in unconditional love, you create within your physical self the conditions for the entry of your light body as it merges into your being, elevating you even higher. Ascending ever upwards. And as you do, so you take Gaia with you. And you come into the new earth. Experience it, see it, hold your vision of it. It is already here. Simply believe it. A beautiful place to be, but no need to leave it behind, for all that exists also exists within you. The new earth lives within your high heart. Hold your frequency, hold your state of bliss, of purity. Within the third dimensional world. Hold as much as you can within your physical body, allowing the energy to be fluid and expansive without any need to contain it. And with eyes open, you can remain in this experience.